What up, you guys? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all well today. Hope you're all having a really good day so far. How was Thanksgiving, by the way? Let me know in the comments how your Thanksgiving was. I would love to know. I'm gonna get like nice and comfortable here. I had a really great Thanksgiving. I was with family and yeah, it was a really good Thanksgiving. So let me know in the comments how your Thanksgiving was. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a pretty open Q&A. And what I mean by that is I asked you guys yesterday on my Instagram to ask me any sort of question that you guys are wondering, and it doesn't have to be fashion related. It can be anything about life, dating, sex, like whatever you guys want, I will answer as much as I can. Now, some of my family watches my videos. If not, you guys, I would be just like, maybe that's a good thing though, that they watch so I can behave, because something that you don't know about me in real life is that I have a pretty like dirty sense of humor. It doesn't really come across, I think, on my channel just because I'm pretty PC and like careful with what I say. I hold back just because I know my family watches. I think some family watches. So I do hold back a little bit. Did you guys hear that? I got so many questions that I don't know if you guys can see from there, but look at all the questions. I'm just like, it's still going. So let's try to get this. How do you self-care? I always suggest with self-care is to do something that you love to do, something that you don't even think of, time-wise when you're doing it. Whether it be like dancing, soccer, just random, like sports or running, whatever you like to do that brings joy, like genuine happiness to you, whatever it is, do that. That is self-care. For me, working out has been very therapeutic for me, and it always has been. I used to do yoga for a few years, and I still do it at home, but I don't teach anymore. It was kind of like my church, and working out, it still kind of has that same effect. Like working out really does make me feel so much better. And also, I love to paint as well. That really eases my mind. Going out in nature, that's really important as well. Best advice you have ever gotten or given? Something that I read from one of my favorite books. And I don't know the exact quote, but this is from Eckhart Tolle, who wrote A New Earth and The Power of Now. One of the things that changed my mind in my life was realizing that my thoughts weren't really who I was. And I know it sounds crazy, you're probably hearing me and you're like, what are you talking about? That's how I felt the first time. I was like, what? Like, what do you mean we're not our thoughts? But no, like you and I, like our thoughts aren't always entirely real. And a lot of us, from a young age, we're conditioned to think that our thoughts, we identify with our thoughts. If someone when we're growing up tells us, we're constantly being told, oh, like you're shy, or you're this, or you're that, or you're messy, or you're like, whatever it is, we think those thoughts. And granted, most of our thoughts, especially growing up, are not positive thoughts, and we identify ourselves with those thoughts, and we end up believing our thoughts and thinking that we are what we're thinking. I hope I'm not losing you guys. I know I sound a little out there. We have so many thoughts going through our heads every single day, every minute of the day. And this helps maybe with anxiety or, whatever it may be. But what helps me is like, I see it, our thoughts as bubbles, right? We have thousands of bubbles going through our mind, just kind of like, floating by. It is not our job to like grab every bubble and like identify ourselves with every bubble. So what the books say is that we are spectators of our thoughts. We should practice being spectators of our thoughts. And it's a practice, you have the power to pop those bubbles that don't serve you. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense for you guys. That is the biggest like life-changing thing that's helped me, especially someone that tends to be an overthinker. All right, sex-related question. How does one become comfortable with being inexperienced? Well, I'm not a sex expert, I will say, but I mean, not that I don't have it, but I'm just saying I'm not like, a therapist or sex therapist. My gut's telling me to tell you,
don't have sex, because you will get pregnant and die.
Obviously, make sure that it's safe. Make sure you know the person, make sure you trust them, and don't ever feel like rushed or like you have to do this or like, just don't do something that you don't want to do. If that person you're having sex with is rushing things or it's like, you're feeling very uncomfortable and unsure, I don't think it's a good idea maybe to proceed with that person. That's just my opinion. I honestly would say, I'm a little bit inexperienced. Like, just be straight up. And don't think that what you see in porn is like sex. I mean, it can be, but it's not entirely what it is. I don't know if I'm the best person to answer this particular question. If you were a pickle, what kind of pickle would you be? I would probably be a dill pickle. Me and my boyfriend have talked about moving in together. When is the right time? In my opinion, I feel like you need a couple of months to know if you really want to move in with someone, because moving in with someone is actually a pretty big deal. I feel like you don't really get to know someone until you're like living with them, and it's like, you know, it's so different when you're dating someone as opposed to when you're actually like shacking up together and living together under one roof. It's so much different. I don't know, I would say like a year would be great, to wait like a year before you move in. But realistically, I don't know, 8 months maybe. What are your biggest turn on, turn off? Confidence. Confidence is really hot to me. Someone that's really kind as well is like really attractive to me. I also like someone that is like, you know, hands-on with things. That's really attractive. And I love, if I'm being honest with you guys, I love to make out. Like kissing for me is just like, especially when you go to like the neck area. Biggest turn offs, I'll give you a few. So I hate, no offense to anyone out there that has it, I can't do like dirty fingernails, like long dirty fingernails. You can be like the most attractive person on earth, and if you have long, just like dirty fingernails, or like really chewed up, like small fingernails, no, I can't do that. I don't know why I like hands. And obviously a big turnoff is someone that's rude, who's all about themselves, who just doesn't care to listen to you and is just like closed-minded and just a What's your next goal? Well, it's funny you asked, because that is something that I'm currently in the middle of figuring out. So that's kind of where I'm at, if I'm being honest with you guys. Like, I'm trying to figure out what my next step in life is. Obviously, I still want to build my social media and talk to you guys and do my channel, but I feel like this is going to be like a forever thing. Like, I'm always going to be, you know, we have built this awesome community here, and I'm not going anywhere. But I'm ready for a next step or phase in my life. And I'm trying to figure out right now whether it be school. Like I have some plans in terms of like school that I want to go to school, or I want to start another business. I mean, I'm grateful that I have that, you know, opportunity to like choose what I want to do next. So if I'm being real with you guys, I have a few things in mind, and I don't know if I want to talk about it, just because I firmly believe that like sometimes what you have planned, you shouldn't really tell people all over, and like you should just kind of like do the work and make it happen. So like I said, I have a plan of what I want to do if I go to school, and I also have a plan if I want to open a business. I'm just trying to figure out like what it is I want to do, because they're both time consuming. What do you find more attractive, a big butt or a big chest? How about both? No, honestly, I like big butts, and I cannot lie. You other ones can't deny. When a girl walks in with a bitty anyway, what are your measures, weight, height, and clothing size? So I'm actually 5'9", you know, pretty average, not like super tall, not short at all. 5'9", if I'm wearing boots, I'm like 5'10", 5'11", I weigh 166, and my clothing size for shirts, I'm a medium. Is there a certain amount of time that you wait to have sex with someone? I love your videos. Thank you very much. I think it just depends on how old you are, in my opinion, like how old you are and how well you know the person. But I also am not one to judge. Like, I've known people that have, you know, had like one night stands, and it's like, you know, the man of their dreams, and like they're happily together and stuff. So I think it's definitely to each their own. Like, I'm very like non-judgmental. I feel like, you know, you can wait a year, you can wait even till marriage, or you can have sex with someone on the first date. That's just me. But I don't recommend the first date type of thing. That's just for me. But if you really like the person, like for me, if I really like the person, I will wait a little bit. I'll wait quite a while just to be like, you know, just to get to know each other on different levels, and then you start exploring that. So I didn't really answer your question. Can you describe the key to happiness in 2 words? I would have to say gratitude and acceptance. You know, instead of thinking about what you don't have, think about what you do have. You know, you have a place to live, you have people that care about you, you have food to eat. You know, being grateful is a huge key to happiness. And also acceptance, you know, accepting where you are and being okay with it, accepting who you are, being okay with it. Obviously striving to be the best person you can. What clothing brand do you love buying the most? I would have to say recently I discovered River Island, and I really like River Island a lot. So yeah, River Island. What is the first thing you instantly notice about people? I would have to say their eyes. You know, when I'm meeting someone for the first time, or like I'm noticing their eyes, and then I would have to say their smile. Any advice on dating? Take your time. You know, I know some people that are like, I want to be in a relationship so bad, and it's like, why? You know, like relationships are amazing and they're great and they're beautiful, but I feel like it's a commitment, you know, and every relationship's different. There's so many people out in this world, and you don't want to like tie yourself down to someone, especially at such a young age. I'm only assuming you're young because your picture looks kind of young, so I'm assuming you're like still like in the teens. So yeah, I would definitely say explore life, you know, do whatever you feel like you want to do. And like, I don't know who made us believe that being single is a bad thing. Like, I feel like being single can be amazing. Meet whoever you want, have fun, you know, have safe fun, if you know what I mean. Do it in school, like focus on that. And then later when you are established or you feel, you know, good about you, then you can go out into the world and start like mingling and dating people and figuring out what you like. So yeah, definitely like take your time with dating and date around, you know, make sure you're definitely dating different people and seeing like what you like, because you will not know what you like and what you don't like about a person, or what you don't want in a relationship if you don't date different people. Any advice on being happy through the whole day? I actually talked about this briefly on my last morning routine. That's something that helps me with like being in the right mindset throughout the day and just kind of being happy. And I want you to know as well, you guys, that like, you know, we're human beings. So there are some days that we're maybe not going to be the happiest. There's days that, like, life is literally like a wave. We got to ride the wave. There's days where we might not feel our best. There's other days that we'll feel like we're like on top of the world. So like, don't feel bad about not feeling good. I'm a firm believer what you put out there comes back to you, and setting an intention or your intention for your day is very important. And what I mean by that is every single morning, you have to make time for yourself. Some of us, without even realizing, wake up and directly go to our Instagram or like our social media or emails. And it's like, you know, it's really important. Like how we start our day really does have like a ripple effect of our entire day. So for what helps me is setting an intention for the day, whether it be like, all right, today I'm going to show more love to myself. Today I'm going to show more love to my friends. Today I'm going to be kinder to people. Today is going to be a great day. And speaking things into existence really does work. Like every single morning, this sounds really crazy, but what I've been doing lately is I wake up, and first thing that I think about, because it's like your job, like to think, I wake up and I think, today is a great day. Today is going to be great. And just kind of having that little time for yourself in the morning really helps start your day off right. And I even suggest, if you have time, going outside and like get your body moving, go for a little walk, you know, before your day actually starts. So when your day's beginning or starting, you're already in the right frame of mind. You're already kind of, you know, energized and awake. And I also want to recommend to not keep hitting your snooze alarm. Actually wake up, you know, because you're creating resistance, and that's resistance follows you throughout the day. Like, you know, if you wake up and you're like, oh, I don't want to go to school, I don't want to go to work, I don't want to do this, I don't want to deal with this, your whole day is going to be like that. How many relationships have you been in? I have been in 2 long-term relationships. The first relationship, I was with this person for almost 5 years. Like it was like 4 years and 11 months. So I think I'm going to do a part 2 because there's so many other questions. They're actually really good ones that I want to answer. And yeah, I'm going to do a part 2. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because this is going to be way too long, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know below if you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys got to know me a little bit better, and I'm going to sign off here. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for part 2. All right, I will catch you guys in my next video. Adios.